That was just kind of like, are you sure you're allowing a bunch of actors to do this? Some very expensive equipment at them.
Hey there, it's Kristen, and today we are chatting with the cast of Amazon's new series, Panic. You don't want to miss this one. I was wondering if you guys could tell me about Panic and a little bit about each of the characters that you play.
Panic is a crazy high-stakes game that's legendary in this small middle-of-nowhere town that the rising seniors play, with hopes that they'll escape this town, but also escape the boredom. And Bishop is one of the few lucky kids in this town who's blessed to come from a very wealthy family. So he doesn't really have to play the game, and he doesn't want his friends to play the game either.
I'm Olivia, I play Heather. And Heather is kind of the epitome of like a young teenage girl. She is, I think, goofy and dorky and fun-loving, but she's definitely still trying to figure herself out. And, you know, at times does like some extreme things to find that in herself. And so it was a very fun journey playing her. And I hope people like watching her grow.
Natalie is a very determined, confident young woman who can be a little bit sassy, which is fun. And I think that was just great to sort of play with. I mean, I've been saying that growing up watching those, you know, teen American shows, it was really fun to be part of something like this, because it felt like I was, you know, I just plugged myself into being that age and watching that after school. So I think like definitely there's like a side of Natalie. She's like not ditzy, and I think everyone is fairly grounded, but she's definitely the one that's like, I want to be a star, which is like fun to be in the headspace of sometimes.
Panic originally was a book by Lauren Oliver, and she's leading this adaptation into a series, which is so cool to see that like the person who made it is actually able to bring that to life. So did you guys read the book, and what was it like working with her and kind of bringing this show to life?
I read the book in between. We did a pilot in 2018 in New York where the book originally takes place, but I booked the job, and then I was a hostess at a restaurant, and I was very like busy just working all sorts of little jobs that I hadn't quit yet. And so I would read the book as I like hosted at this restaurant. I think it's so cool that they gave someone who's like the creator of a property the chance to like continue that, because that doesn't happen super often. I think it's just like a respect for the artists involved, and I thought it was like a really neat opportunity that Amazon gave her to be able to continue a thing that she herself started.
Yeah, like kind of a respect for the world that it's in, you know. You're just like not losing that like tone of voice, because that can often just get kind of, sometimes it can be, you know, there's like times where it turns into something else. But for Panic, I think especially like a studio being generous and doing that is cool. And it's cool for the actors because you can just chat to her and find out where her head is at with certain scenes and certain episodes.
I definitely agree with what Jess and Olivia said. I trained in school, like theater acting. So a lot of the playwrights that I worked with are no longer with us. Like I can't really call up Shakespeare. So
Really?
Yeah, you know, I used to have his number, but I lost it. But
Awesome. Big move.
It's nice to be able to call.
Of course, you would lose Shakespeare's number.
I got a new phone. What can I say? But it's nice to be able to call up, or have the opportunity and ability to be able to call up Lauren and chat with her and ask her about anything that I might be thinking about.
These characters are taking a lot of big risks and doing these big dares in the show. So what was the wildest moment or scene for you guys to film?
I feel like the ways in which like filming something is wild are so funny, because everything is like very safe.
Yeah. So it's very safe, and it's broken up. It's like broken down into so many parts. I would say honestly, during Joust, watching the cars, that was really cool.
Yeah,
that was very cool.
That was really crazy. I drove a lot of Joust as well.
Yeah, you did.
There was like a whole day where they're like, all right, do this stunt over and over again and don't mess up, because it is a crowd of teens.
And I was like, it's true, because it was like watching Olivia and she's just speeding. And then we were also in like an opposite car speeding towards the camera. And it was just when at the end, like at the very end. And that was just kind of like, are you sure you're allowing a bunch of actors to do this? Some very expensive equipment at them. And they're like, no, it's fine. It's fine. We give you your marks and you'll be okay. But see, that stuff was very fun.
Obviously, the players in Panic are coming face to face with some of their deepest, darkest fears. You know, they have to decide, is it worth it to risk all of this to win? If you were in a real life version of this game, what would your fear be?
Snakes is mine.
Yeah, this one, Olivia does not like the snakes.
This is very true. Mine was a plane.
Snakes on a plane.
I am terrified of flying. So yeah, Olivia and I together make Snakes on a Plane, which I'm trying to make into a movie.
Worst.
Yeah, I think this is a good idea.
Cameron, we need to talk to you about your movie idea, Snakes on a Plane, because
don't ruin this.
Really, should we tell him?
I think no, it's my idea. Like I'm gonna make.
Okay. Already.
Might have been. This is one that's kind of like that, but we'll just like let you see it for yourself.
No.
This is what Cameron finds out Snakes on a Plane makes sense.
What do you mean?
Thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And I know everyone's going to love this show. So congrats.
Oh, I hope so. Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, Lovey. Bye.
Bye, Kristen.
If you like this interview, you can check out more right over here. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.